Secretary of the Interior, and Ken Salazar, to visit us, along with several officials from the Department of Interior, who join us today at this historic site. This is a labor of love for the community and for the entire Connecticut delegation. Let me say at the outset that we're joined also by staff Joe Lieberman, who obviously could not be here today, but is extraordinarily supportive of this project and has been, along with former Senator Dodd. Something, as I indicated, is a labor of love and certainly of important historic and, in this day and age, economic significance because of the kind of economic development and jobs that we feel will be created. To give a welcome to the city of Hartford and place this into perspective, we'd like to call upon our mayor, Pedro Seguera.
Thank you, Congressman. Today is indeed a very great day. I want to welcome Secretary Salazar to our city, to our capital city, and welcome also our good Senator, Senator Blumenthal, and Governor Malloy, Congressman Larson. This site is very important to the city of Hartford. It's very important to our capital city. It's very important to our nation. And when I look at this site, I not only look at it as a site where our founder, Thomas Hooker, and his congregation set foot in 1636, but I look at it as the beginning of the origins of constitutional thinking, constitutional thought, and democracy. This site, we're hoping, will be approved as a national park. We're hoping that this will be an addition and a complement to what we're trying to do in the city, in partnership with IQUIL, our convention center, and all the other institutions that we have in this city that will so greatly be complemented, because this brings together those complements that will make not only our city proud, but I think will make us a proud capital city to the state. So I welcome the delegation. I thank you for being here, and I look forward to this project becoming a reality. It's a good jobs generator, and I think that given the status and the state of the American economy and the rates of unemployment that we have in this city, in the state, and in the nation, this is one more step closer to bringing tourism to the area, honoring our cultural heritage and historic heritage, but more importantly, making the capital city one that the 169 towns of Connecticut can be proud of. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Governor. From the outset, I think from before he was elected governor of the state of Connecticut, Dan Malloy embraced this project because he knows the importance and significance to our urban areas, to livable communities. Our effort to continue to bring Washington to the state of Connecticut and to important urban projects like this has been fortified by a mayor that's willing to go down to Washington and roll up his sleeves and work firsthand to make sure that Connecticut is getting its fair share of its dollars that it sends to the federal government on a regular basis. An unbelievable administrator. Please welcome the Governor, Dan Malloy.
Thank you. I want to begin by first thanking the Secretary for coming to Connecticut, spending time with us, a lot of time. We very much appreciate it. I think the Secretary will speak for himself, but I think he's enjoyed his time here in Connecticut. I want to thank, first and foremost, John Larson, who has been the champion of this project, the spiritual head of it. He has sustained all of our interests as well as that of the federal government, and we wouldn't be here without his great support. My good friend Dick Blumenthal doing a great job in supporting this effort, as did Chris Dodd, as does Senator Lieberman. And to my mayor, Pedro Seguera, I want to thank him very much for his vision and his championing of this project, as well as the entire IQUIL project as it is evolving in the city of Hartford. There's no finer spot in the state of Connecticut to be a national park than this temple to the Industrial Revolution. That's what it is. It is America. It is Connecticut's contribution. It is how the West was won. It tells the story on many different layers and levels of our industrial past and the contributions of our great citizens, as well as the great history of Hartford itself as one of the leaders in the abolition movement, as one of the leaders in the Industrial Revolution, as one of the cultural leaders in this country, in this world. History has to be told. Preservation is part of telling history. Bringing 60 or 100,000 people a year to this site to enjoy that history and to understand Connecticut's and Hartford's contribution to the United States and the world is a very important project, and that's why I have already pledged my support. That's why DECD is funding projects. That's why this building will have a new roof before February. That's why we move forward with industrial cleanup. That's why we wanted to have the secretary here. That's why we want the designation as a national park. And I look forward to working with all of our partners. And I'd like to introduce my good friend, Senator Blumenthal, for his words as well.
Thank you. First, a word of thanks to the governor, because from his first days in office, he has been a relentless and steadfast supporter of this project. So thank you, Governor Malloy. And thank you to Joe Lieberman and Chris Dodd for showing me the way. But most of all, thank you to our great friend, John Larson, who has been absolutely tireless and relentless in supporting this project, really an inspiration about what we can do. Thank you to the Mayor for his leadership. I want to give a great big welcome to my friend Ken Salazar. You know, we've known each other since we served together as Attorney General. I supported him when he ran for the Senate in a very tough race, and you know, he has stood strong for environmental values and historic preservation against very tough odds in Washington, D.C. and all around the country, and he is truly a profile in courage when it comes to the environment and historic preservation. Thank you for the leadership, Secretary Salazar. Let me just say to you very bluntly, we are at a critical juncture in this project. We are so close, we can taste it, because the merits of this project are so powerful that we should be able to carry the ball across the goal line during this session. Obviously, the fiscal obstacles are there, but the most important point is to have a unified team such as we have here, and the Secretary's support, which he's indicated to us, is absolutely crucial. This project is a historic treasure and an economic driver. It is a poster child not only for Hartford's past, but for its future. Millions of Americans see it every day as they drive from one state to another or within Connecticut. Millions of Americans will benefit from this historic site. And so we can be very proud to welcome a member of the President's Cabinet whose family dates in this country from the 1500s and has a true appreciation of the historic value of places like this one, which are really invaluable for more than just the bricks and mortar. This project is more than about bricks and mortar. It's about our history and our values and our ideals as a nation. Thank you, Ken Salazar.
Thank you, Dick. And Dick stole my thunder a little bit. Being New Englanders, you know, we're very proud of our rich tradition here and our historic tradition. But when your ancestors were here 400 years ago, it's with a little bit of trepidation that I point out that it was here on the banks of the Connecticut River that constitutional democracy was formed, not in Boston, Massachusetts, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, or in Richmond. No, right, not in the House of Burgesses, but right here in Hartford, Connecticut. And there is such a coming together, not only of historic events, but let me point out as well, because we have had the office of, we've had HUD here, we've had the Department of Transportation, we've also had the Department of Environmental Protection here to talk about the importance of community, livable communities that are connected with their past. Nobody embodies that more and embraces it as much as this secretary, who has done an extraordinary job as Secretary of the Interior. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ken Salazar.
Thank you very much. Let me first say that Connecticut is blessed with such great leadership from your great governor, who is doing such a great job fighting to make sure that this economy comes back and taking some really tough decisions to make sure that Connecticut is back and will be back. And to your great mayor for Hartford, I've known about him for a long time, and it's been an honor to be with him and to see his vision for this city today. And to my colleague Dick Blumenthal, a great friend of the Attorney General. We're now great friends. He works in the U.S. Senate, and as I work as Secretary of Interior, and I very much value his leadership. Joe Lieberman, who I also have worked with for a very long time. I applauded him, and obviously Chris Dodd, who I actually was with last night as we were doing another celebration for the national parks and in his new position for Washington, D.C. And last but not least, Congressman Larson. Congressman Larson is one of those people who is tireless. He's an Energizer bunny. He picked up the phone and he says, "I need you to come up to Connecticut because we're going to create a new national park in Connecticut." And I said, "Well, let me see when I can do it." He says, "We'll do it on a Saturday, we'll do it on a Sunday, we'll do it whenever it is, and whenever you can make it." So he's been a tireless advocate for this project, and I appreciate his invitation and his leadership in pulling all this together. Let me just make a couple of points. First, national parks in its form of historic preservation and telling America's story and outdoor recreation really is an economic creator for America. Our own estimates are that there are over 6.5 million jobs that are created through outdoor recreation and tourism and historic preservation, the 5th largest sector of the economy. We believe that in the years ahead we can create anywhere from 2.1 to 3.3 million additional jobs just through additional tourism here in this country. And here in Connecticut, because of the great leadership of this governor, we now have a major tourism promotion effort which is underway, which will bring people from not only the United States but all over the country right here to spend their dollars here. I was being told about the convention of the aircraft pilots who are here today, and we have 15,000 people coming to a place like Hartford. They infuse a lot of money into the economy. And so those cities that are strongest are really the cities that are able to attract people to come and visit them from all over the country. This is a job creator because it is such a magnet. Right here, the place of Samuel and Elizabeth Colt is a place where people will come from around the United States and around the world to see this great place. So as Secretary of Interior, I look very much forward to working with the governor and with the congressional delegation to make this national site a national park. It is a national historic site, national designated landmark now. We need to move it forward through the legislation that ultimately will make it a national park. In the last few months, we have put some additional national parks on the map. We expect to do that again in the next several months, to put some additional national parks on the map. And I very much look forward to being able to stand here at some point in my life very soon, celebrating with all the great people of Connecticut and Hartford on the creation of the newest national park